Hi, I work with government agencies, and one specifically is CalRecycle. And I have a bias, and my bias is that basically CalRecycle doesn't do anything well and doesn't do anything properly. So this video is to discuss some of the things that's happened over the past couple of weeks. Number one, I found out from a client a couple weeks ago, he's a processor, he wasn't getting his reimbursement payments from the state on a timely basis. They were dragging out. I checked with others, and it's become a very, very big problem. The state has given a few different reasons. The Chief Deputy Director of CalRecycle gave me a reason as to why it was happening. The bottom line is, these businesses are dependent upon cash flow, and these types of failures to the program, failure to reimburse, can put businesses out of business very quickly. I spoke with one processor, was not able to buy from other recyclers because they had no money. They had not been reimbursed on a timely basis. This is not just affecting the processors and the recyclers who purchase from them, it's also happening to handling fee recipients. These checks have been delayed significantly. One recycler I spoke with didn't have enough cash to operate, was unable to operate because they had not received their subsidy checks that they depend on. This is an issue when government regulates and government affects your businesses. You must hold them to the highest standards, and you must ensure that they fulfill their obligations, and if they're not, you need to fix that. Now, the next thing we have is withholding handling fees. They've created a section. I sent the supervisor a letter that they created a section for her that really wasn't legal. And they're out asking recyclers all over the state to send in their records. Now, this ties into fake forensics, because there's no reason for them to want those records unless they're going to subject them to fake forensics. Okay? Look at them under standards that don't exist. In what effort? To deny handling fees. Now, I had a case where the recycler came to me, said they wanted his records. I said, by no way do I want you to send those records. They will subject them to fake forensics. Do not send them. I sent them a letter why they were not entitled to the records. Statute is clear, regulations are clear. The department has the right to come and inspect the records at the recycler's location. They do not have the right to demand those records, to take them into their offices and do things. And you know what? I said, this department doesn't work well. I can't tell you how many recyclers I've been told they've lost their records. That's one reason you never give them to them. Now, in one of the situations that I'm dealing with, they're not getting their handling fee check. They're very scared. They're in a precarious financial position now because of this. I sent the department a letter saying that they weren't entitled. They sent another letter back and a certified mail back to the recycler saying, you must send the records or you're not getting paid. Well, a judge in 2015 settled that in Ventura County. He told the department, you do not have the right to withhold handling fees. It's not in your purview. You're not authorized. You can either approve them or deny them. You cannot withhold them. They continue to do that. Now, I had gotten a letter of representation with this recycler so I could represent them. What just happened this week? They went at the recycler again using a Spanish-speaking auditor who sent him a letter and made a phone call saying, you need to send those records. I'm the listed representative. They should have come to me. They are not respecting the position that I have, nor are they respecting the recycler. This is a problem. Now, one of the other things that happened is I submitted some Public Records Act requests, like Freedom of Information. Since I was told by the president of Replanet in January that the department had given him authority to change his vouchers to same day and deny payment if you're a day late, I requested records pertaining to that. The department finally came back and said there were no records, so they have no written authority for doing this, but evidently Replanet thinks that they have the right to do this. Now, the other thing is, let's tie this issue with the handling fees and my recycler. There is a situation that I have found where they are taking retribution and retaliation against me and those that I work with. So one of the things that happened this week is they're still screwing with my one handling fee client. Next, I heard from a recycler who had been told by somebody in certification that if they were working with me, that it wouldn't go well for them in regards to their certification. And those that subscribed to my services, those people were all cheaters within the program. In January, no, it was actually March, I received an email from a former supervisor within enforcement who told me that CalRecycle leadership, this was basically under the previous director, but it looks as if it hasn't changed under the new director. CalRecycle leadership disparaged and denigrates me both publicly and professionally. Now, we've got proof. And what's happening? A Latino recycler is being told this. I help Latino recyclers. I protect them. I defend them. A state agency, CalRecycle, is telling them not to associate with me. Only out of fear will they stop. There's an attorney that I've worked, I can't say I've worked with, but right now I've been waiting months and months and months on 2 Public Records Act requests. He contacted me after I submitted them. He said he'd be working on them. He asked for some clarification. It's been probably 6, 7 months now that I've not received anything. Does this attorney show any respect towards me? No. In fact, his first job as a rookie a couple years ago, he was assigned to attack my Facebook page. My Facebook page had the logo of CalRecycle on it, and they took objection to that. Evidently, they sent me a certified letter, which I never received, and they have no proof that I ever received it. And they waited about a month and then sent me an email, which was quite easy. I got the email. But before I could bother or have my technology guy take that logo off, they went to Facebook and had that page taken down. They damaged me and my reputation. And I simply say the attorneys have way too much time on their hands. Now, he comes in, his first introduction to me is taking down my Facebook page. I had a hearing with him at one point in time. I came in, I asked that the people be allowed to face their accusers, the managers that had signed denials, and all he could do is yell at me saying, "You have no right to discovery." That means we don't have any right to the evidence, and he was gloating on that. And I want you to know, that's an informal hearing. It is not a system of justice, it is a system of injustice when they can hide and keep evidence to your benefit away from you. So, these again are things that need to be fixed in this program and any program where they exist. So, what else happened? He's not answered, he's not responded to my PRAs, he's yelled at me, he's taken my Facebook page down when I only had a very short notice. These are typical of this attorney as well as others. That needs to be noted. I'd love for the auditor to come in and interview these people and find out exactly what's going on. I consider this tortious interference with my business. And why? They don't want people to know the law. They don't want people to be protected by the law. This is a disregard for the rule of law. And what my friend Bill Gossowitz, who is former director of the Office of Administrative Law, says is evil behavior on the part of CalRecycle attorneys and staff. This needs to be fixed. Save the Latinos. I'm half Latino. Save me. Help me expand. Help me get the education needed to recyclers and protect them. And then we go statewide and handle all the programs. I thank you. Support me. Subscribe to my channels. Keep an eye on what's going on. I'll keep you informed. And we go from there. We got to fix it. We got a program to fix and more to address. Thank you for your time.